art is.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's the most important thing that someone can cultivate, hone, practice in their life to reach their highest self?
I think we all, motive matters, right? So if you're doing something just for yourself, there's nothing wrong with that because you're part of life. And I think life supports life. That's why we get insights to protect ourselves or be able to do okay. But life supports whatever supports more of life. So when your focus is to serve something more than yourself, I think finding something you care about more than yourself, I don't care if it's your kid, I don't care if it's a mission, I don't care if it's a company, I don't care what it is, finding something you do more for it than you do for yourself. Most people do that for their own child. That's about it. But if you can find something of that nature, it calls to you, it gives you an energy, and that energy is something you can execute, you can change the world with it, you can change yourself with it, you can change anything with it. So if you're just trying to help yourself, you get a certain level of insight. You know, I remember I fell in love with a lady and married her, and she'd been married twice before me, had kids from both of these men. So and she was older than I was. She was, I think, 12 years older. So I was literally 24 and had a 17-year-old son instantly. Whoa. Had an 11-year-old daughter, had a 5-year-old son, and then a child on the way. I mean, that'll flip your brain a little bit, right? And so, but it was beautiful because it made me grow in a different way. I want to serve humanity, but I also want to serve my family. And I had to come up with a different level of set of insights to do that. So I think number one is find something to serve. I think it was, Martin Luther King who says, a man who hasn't found something he's willing to die for isn't fit to live. It's pretty strong words, but I think you certainly won't feel alive until you find that. And so I try to help people to find that within themselves. But the other part to me is just realizing life's not just about me, it's about we. The secret to living is giving. Mike's a giver. You know, Evan, I don't know you, I haven't met you before, but I can just feel your energy about it. Like you're here to contribute. You're not here to take. I mean, I came here today to hopefully give. I'm hoping some of the people listening, between the three of us, there'll be some conversational stimuli. Maybe it'll be something about their health. Maybe it's something about their finances. Maybe something about their family. But I want to my daily wish is to be a blessing in the life of anybody I meet. Sometimes I can do that just like you, Mike, because somebody meets you and just meeting you lights them up, right? Because, you know, they perceive you a certain way or they've been touched by you in the past. I have that experience. Sometimes it's digging in and saving somebody's life who's suicidal. You know, it's like I deal with the realm. People come to me at extremes. They come to me because they're the best in the world. They're looking for that edge. That's how they stay the best. They come to me when they're in a tough spot, when they've been the best and there's a challenge. That's like how we got hooked up. Or somebody has a change in their life, a birthday with a 0 on it, or they got a divorce, or they're starting a new business. Who my market is people that are hungry. If you're hungry to grow, then you're my market. If you're that lukewarm middle, I'm not for you because I'm too passionate, too intense, and too crazy, and you don't need this shit to hang out with me. But if you're looking to have an edge in the body, the mind, the emotions, the relationships, the finances, or your business, the areas that matter, I've spent 42 years studying the best on earth, and it's not my insights. I believe in modeling. I believe success leaves clues. That if someone is the best on earth at something, they're not effing lucky. And, somebody could lose weight and gain it back. Somebody's lost weight and kept it off for 20 years. Somebody's fallen in love and are still passionately, in a relationship 20 years later. So any of those things, somebody started with nothing and 20 years later, everybody can get rich. Can you stay wealthy? That's a different game. And those are the people I want to find out what makes them. Because listen, I'm no dummy. I mean, most people are not fit and healthy in America. Most people do not have great relationships. Most people are not earning what they deserve or what they want. Most people are not really that happy. But a few are, and I'm interested in the few who do versus the many who talk. And I'm interested in finding out what they do and teaching it to people so they can change their life.
Awesome.
You're awesome.
I heard some